Live WECT News on Fox Wilmington begins now with breaking news.
And we want to get right to that breaking news. A Walmart employee is dead after a gunman started shooting inside the store. The shooter has been arrested. Now, this deadly shooting happened at the Monkey Junction Walmart in Wilmington. WECT's Anaya Cromartie is live at the store and gives us updates. Anaya, how does that scene look now?
Delaney, this scene is cleared now. Police are not on site, but we are learning more about what happened at this location earlier this evening. It happened just before 6 p.m. Officials believe Dean Michael Newman was shoplifting at this Walmart. They say Newman pulled out a gun near the checkout area after being confronted for shoplifting by an employee. He fired his weapon, killing one Walmart employee, sending other shoppers running for safety. One bystander describes what the moments were like for him and his girlfriend when they heard those shots.
All I was worried about is making sure that me and her were safe. As soon as we heard the gunshot, I was making sure she was getting out the door and I was following her. I noticed another wife and husband right near. The guy bumped into the husband. It was causing another altercation as well. It was just all not going well. The guy backed up, pulled out the gun towards 4 employees and opened fire, and we were getting out of there.
Now, Delaney, the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office tells us no one else was injured and that there is no threat to the public. And I actually learned that this Walmart will be closed indefinitely for the time being. Delaney.
All right, Anaya, and have they identified yet who that Walmart employee is?
The New Hanover County and Pender County District Attorney says they're notifying the Walmart employee's family right now, and we can learn that name of the employee a little bit later.
All right, thank you so much, Anaya.
About that suspect, Dean Newman.
That's right, Kim. Newman is expected to appear in court this morning, but we do know that this is not his first run-in with the law. Looked back, and his record dates back all the way to 2008. That incident was for felony breaking and entering and larceny. WECT also covered Newman before. Back in 2010, we reported that he was charged with assault on an officer. And more recently, Newman was just released from prison this past August. The North Carolina Department of Corrections has him listed as a habitual felon. And all that to say, this shooting was definitely frightening and unexpected for all Walmart shoppers and employees Saturday night. Something that no one will be forgetting anytime soon.
Even though we know that the shots came from the corner, it felt like we had no idea where they were coming from with the echoes and the acoustics.
The victim's name is Mark Paz, and Walmart did release a statement on this, calling it heartbreaking. You can read that full statement inside of this story on our website.
And Raina, of course, the store still closed, but any idea on when it could reopen?
Kim, it's something that you almost never see at such a busy location. The only people here right now are me and the security man at the door, and it is expected to remain closed indefinitely right now.
All right, WECT's Raina Crooms live this morning. Thanks, Raina.
Friends, family, and co-workers of a shooting victim are still in mourning on this Monday night as we continue our coverage of the deadly shooting that happened inside the Walmart store in New Hanover County over the weekend. One man is in jail after investigators say he shot a worker in the Monkey Junction store, Mark Paz, who had confronted the man for shoplifting. The accused gunman, Dean Newman, is in New Hanover County's jail under no bond after facing a judge this afternoon. He's charged with first-degree murder and possession of a firearm by a felon. He has a long criminal history, including convictions for charges that include assaulting an officer. The state lists Newman as a habitual felon, and records show he just got out of prison in August. As Newman sits in jail tonight, friends and family are remembering the victim, Mark Paz. WECT's Emma Dollenmayer is live outside that Walmart store in Monkey Junction. Now, Emma, you talked to Mark's friends, and they are heartbroken. They say to have him as a friend was to have him as a friend for life.
Yeah, John, friends of Paz's I spoke to call him a true friend and a true gentleman. Friends say they want him to be remembered for who he was and not as just a victim of a senseless act of gun violence.
Everybody talks about the person that shot him, but what about the person that got shot?
That's the question Susie Burkett wants everyone to ask when they hear about the Saturday night shooting at this Walmart in Monkey Junction. She says Mark Paz died after being shot while doing his job.
He was at work. He was at Walmart working. You would think your workplace is a safe place, but how do we know that's not going to happen again?
The accused gunman, Dean Newman, is charged with first-degree murder.
It's not fair that he's gone.
But Burkett doesn't want people to focus on that.
Every time somebody posts that picture of that guy's mugshot, I post Mark's picture right underneath it.
She wants people to know and remember Mark.
He was a friend to everybody, no matter who you were or what you did. He was your friend. He'd give you the shirt off his back if you asked him for it.
A man her husband called his best friend.
They golfed together. Mark came over and had barbecues with us, Thanksgiving dinners with us, and he was just a wonderful friend to my husband. My husband's really broken up about it.
Burkett says because of a senseless act of gun violence, Mark won't get to experience those things again. Now, she wants justice and will be in court the next time Newman is on November 21st.
I'll be there with Mark's picture in my hands, so the judge can see. You know, if I even have to sit on the front row, I'll sit there so they can see Mark's face.
To make sure Paz is never forgotten. Burkett said she invited her husband and other friends and family to speak to me tonight, but understandably so, they said it's still just too soon. Now, John, on Saturday night, there will be a candlelight vigil here at the Wendy's right next to Walmart.
Is that just for friends and family, Emma, or can anybody go?
Burkett tells me anyone is welcome to come. It starts at 6 o'clock, and it's meant to just be a celebration of life for Mark Paz.
All right, Emma Dollemeyer live outside the Monkey Junction in New Hanover County. Emma, thanks.
Tonight we're hearing from the family of a Walmart worker shot and killed on the job in a New Hanover County store.
Investigators say Mark Paz tried to stop a suspected shoplifter when the man pulled out a gun and started shooting. WECT's Ava Brengord sat down with Mark Paz's stepdaughter, Nadia Waters, today. Now, Ava, she says she had no idea how beloved Paz was by the area community.
Yeah, that's right, John. That's the silver lining tonight in a tragedy that she is still struggling to come to grips with.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Surrounded by his friends and family, Mark Paz blows out the candles on his birthday, not knowing it would be one of his last.
It doesn't matter who you are, what you look like he was just that kind of person that would literally do anything for anyone.
From the look in her eyes, his stepdaughter, Nadia Waters, can't believe he's gone.
I still feel like he's going to come home one day, but I just don't really have words for it.
Paz was working at his job at Walmart, trying to stop a suspected shoplifter. The suspect, 35-year-old Dean Newman, allegedly pulled out his gun and shot him.
I was at work, waiting tables, and my phone just kept going off. When I got there and they told me he didn't make it, I just kind of sat there and was just letting it sink in, Seeing my mom cry out the way she did and my sister, I had to hold it together for them and communicate with law enforcement, and that was really difficult.
Through her grief, Waters says she's comforted by the outpouring of support for her stepfather.
I didn't realize how much he was loved, by the community until, this happened. Seeing all these people come out and how many people he actually touched and how many people, just adored him. It touched us all as a family.
Waters says Paz tried to do the right thing no matter what, but this time it cost him his life.
To me, he died a hero. He died the way he would have wanted to go out, which was doing something heroically like that.
There will be a candlelight vigil for Paz this Saturday, November 9th, in the parking lot next to a parking lot of Wendy's next to the Walmart there. And you can find the details on this story on our website. Ava Ringord, WECT News.